Hello, Placentia community. It's Eric Holmgren, your ambassador at large. And today I am with Ramiro Esqueda at Duke's Café. How are you today?
Doing well. Yourself?
I'm super happy to be here.
Same
I
here.
haven't had a chance to be here and visit your lovely cafe. And you guys have done a terrific job. I like
Thank
the
you.
decorations and the feel.
Thank you.
So I'm looking forward to the food.
All right. It's good to hear. Welcome.
Well, good.
Thanks for being here.
Tell me a little bit about the menu and the style of service or the food that you have here.
Okay. Well, this is what some people would call your typical neighborhood cafe. Casual dining, where you find a little bit of everything. We have breakfast all day. We have salads. We have sandwiches. We have great burgers. A little bit of Mexican food as well. So a little bit of everything. A little bit of something for everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
And usual hours, you open from?
We open at 7 a.m. We close at 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Okay.
Yep.
So you should be able to fit everybody in here,
I
except
think
all those
so,
late
yeah.
night people.
Yeah.
Send them somewhere else.
Yeah, and if people want pancakes for dinner, we can accommodate
Oh,
that.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you do takeout and things
We
like
do.
that.
Yep.
Okay. And then you've got a very large dining area here. So
We have a large dining area, and we also have a private room back here for private parties,
Okay.
banquets, that sort of thing. We often get people from the PTAs here locally
Oh,
to
yeah.
have their meetings here.
Okay.
They come in, they have their lunch, and they can they have their own privacy as well, and they can sit there as long as they want, and chat.
Okay.
Amongst one another, have a great time.
That sounds good. That sounds like a good feature that you have.
Yeah.
Now, Ramiro, is this your first business?
It's not. This is actually my third business.
Okay.
I had my first business back in the early 2000s, 2001, 2002. And then, I had that business when I was working in corporate America. I started my career in the early 90s. And then about 7 years ago, living here in Yorba Linda, I wanted to buy a local business that I could come in, hire a good crew, let them run the business, and then I would go back to my corporate world. But once I came in and got to know the business, what it was about, looked into the opportunities that we could take advantage of, it seemed like I could stay here and really, take the business to a new level. And so that's what I did. I started getting more involved in the day-to-day operations, and 8 years later, here we are.
So you've been out of big corporate America for about 8 years.
About 8 years, yeah.
So what was the attraction of having your own business versus what you might consider the attraction of the corporate life? What was it for you that made this, the switch over compelling?
Well, everybody wants to be their own business. Or at least most people want to be their own business. You get to do pretty much what you want. You don't have to ask anybody's permission. You don't have to run it up the chain of command. You just, this is what I want to do. You hopefully it's a good, sound plan. You implement it and just, see the results. That's what attracted me to do something like this. To have my own thing where I could do what I wanted pretty much, and hopefully make it grow both in sales and profits.
Okay, good. And so Duke's was your endeavor with that. Now, how long have you been at this location?
A little over 2 years.
Okay.
We opened in January of 2020.
Okay.
Just before
Perfect
the pandemic.
timing.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's been a number of folks that have had the same situation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So-
but you just never know. So it was a good time to open a business, as good as any.
Right,
But then, obviously, 2 months later, we know what happened.
right.
Yeah.
Now, had Duke's been around prior to that?
Yeah, Duke's actually, the original Duke's opened in 1970.
Okay.
It was started by a gentleman who immigrated from Greece. He started 18 Dukes. He never owned more than one. He would, build it and then build it up in clientele, then sell it off. He did that 17 times.
Okay.
The one that I bought from him was actually his last one. Him and his wife retired after that. So Dukes has been around for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And so then having when you purchased it, where was it at?
It was in Yorba Linda.
Okay.
It was in the Savvy Ranch shopping center.
Okay.
They opened out there in, I believe, at the end or towards the end of 2011.
Okay.
I bought the business from them in 2014.
Okay.
Yep.
So it had been around so it's been in the Yorba Linda, Placentia, this general part of the universe for a while.
It has, yeah.
Okay.
We're going on, what, 11 years now?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, we've been in the neighborhood for a while.
Well, good. Now, as you know, with our chamber chats, we usually ask business owners about some challenges you've had with either starting your business or in making your business grow or keeping it,
Right.
in some sense. So, what's a challenge that you've had, and how have you worked on overcoming that?
Probably for me, the biggest challenge was coming from the corporate world, where the roles are very specialized. Coming into the becoming a business owner rather, and having to do pretty much everything. I had no HR department to hire my crew, so I had to do that.
Right.
I had no finance department to create my P&L and make sure that we were balancing on a daily basis, so I had to do that. Nobody to hire the crew, so I would do that. Nobody to train the new hires, so that would be me as well. So it took a while for me to realize that, hey, I own everything, and so
Right.
I have to make sure that everything's running properly. In order for me to do that, I have to get involved. In order for me to get involved, I have to know what I'm doing. In order for me to know what I'm doing, I have to spend some time in each role.
Right.
So that's what I did. I spent some time washing dishes. I spent some time, cleaning tables. Some other time taking orders at the register. Spent some other time in the kitchen with the cooks.
Right.
So a little bit of time in every department, so that I knew exactly what it took to do the job and to do it well.
Right.
And it was challenging, like I said, but hey, we probably didn't do that bad of a job, because here we are 8 years later.
Well, now, and are you as hands-on now as you were before, or you've got now like a well-oiled machine, things tend to go a little bit more smoothly?
I'm still hands-on.
Okay.
I've always been a pretty hands-on type of manager, and so I'm still involved but not as involved. If they need my help, obviously I'll jump in. If we're short one cook, I'll jump in one day in the kitchen, or we get a big party and it looks like they're taking a little too long, I'll jump in. Same thing for the registers up front. If there's a long line and we're going a little slow, then I'll jump in and help them out. Or if the food is coming out of the kitchen and we have a bunch of plates that need to be taken out to the tables, then I'll jump in and do that.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Just making sure it all runs smoothly.
Absolutely. Whatever it takes to make sure that the customers get the food when they're supposed to.
Terrific.
That it's still hot when they get it.
Right.
And they're getting it in a timely manner.
Cool. Excellent. Well, it was wonderful meeting with you, learning more about yourself and the business.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with our friends out in the Placentia community before we wrap up?
Well, I know we're still, considered probably a fairly new business. So if you haven't heard of us or if you're curious as to what we're about, come and see us. A lot of the foods that we have, a lot of the sauces, a lot of the dressings, we make them here on the premises. So things are fresh, and we want everyone in Placentia to try our food, because we're proud of it, and I think everyone would enjoy it.
I've heard good things about your, is it green salsa?
Yeah, we have green salsa, we have red salsa, they're both homemade.
Yeah.
And we get pretty high, pretty good reviews from customers about those.
I was talking to another Placentia member, and they're like, "You're going to Duke's? Get this! It's so good, you want to drink it." I'm like,
wow,
"Oh my
okay.
gosh, yeah."
Good to
So
hear.
yeah. So we'll have to give that a try sometime.
Excellent.
Well, very good. Well, Duke, it was so good to chat with you.
You as well.
And for those of you that are looking for an excellent dining experience, some good, sounds like comfort food.
Yes.
We'll have link and information on where you can find Duke's. And until our next episode, be well.